Next at 9, an exclusive interview. The man who was once the head of a Phoenix newspaper empire talks with our reporter right before he surrendered to federal court to start his prison time. Michael Lacey was one of the biggest names in local print journalism, a co-founder for the Phoenix New-Times.
Well, tonight he's in federal custody, convicted of money laundering for his role in creating the notorious and now defunct website Backpage.com. Morgan Lowe's here tonight. You were the only reporter to talk to him as he turned himself today outside the federal courthouse downtown.
Yeah, federal prosecutors viewed the case against Backpage.com as a victory against online prostitution. But behind the scenes, we found police and federal investigators are saying it's become harder to catch sex traffickers now that Backpage is gone. All of that was on the mind of Michael Lacey this morning when he surrendered to U.S. Marshals.
It was already hot outside the federal courthouse in downtown Phoenix when Michael Lacey walked toward the building for what will likely be the last time in a long time.
If you could go back, would you have not gotten involved with Backpage?
I don't know.
Lacey and his partner, James Larkin, seen on the left, started what became the Phoenix New-Times in 1970. They eventually owned 17 alternative newspapers across the country. In the early 2000s, they started Backpage.com. Lots of money followed, but so did legal problems.
And I will repeat what I've said many times, Backpage.com needs to shut itself down.
That was Vice President Kamala Harris back in 2012. In 2018, the feds arrested Lacey and Larkin and charged them with facilitating prostitution and seized the website.
Did you think you were doing anything wrong?
No, we didn't think we were doing anything wrong. We thought the ads were legal. We were instructed by attorneys that the ads were legal, and we always cooperated with the government.
This Government Accountability Office report released in 2021 backs up Lacey's statement. It says that Backpage actually helped authorities track down sex traffickers and that the FBI's ability to identify and locate sex trafficking victims and perpetrators was significantly decreased following the takedown of Backpage.com.
When we were cooperating with the government, there were hundreds of rescues of underage people who had snuck through the system.
But federal prosecutors did not agree. After one mistrial, James Larkin committed suicide. After a second trial, Lacey was found guilty of a single count of money laundering.
Morgan, I think during the court process here, Michael Lacey had said that he really focused on a lot of the writing side of the website, the publishing, and other people handled the business stuff, which is probably what he was alluding to talking to you outside the courthouse today. But what more do prosecutors say about what was going on?
Yeah, prosecutors do not buy this. They refer to Backpage as a prostitution website. They were asking the judge for a 20-year prison sentence. They got a 5-year sentence, and they said they may still try to retry Michael Lacey on the remaining 30 charges that the jury would not agree on.
It's just so wild because now we have a whole new world. Everything's on our cell phones. So this was before when print was such a big part of this. But it is really interesting to see the backstory and how police were able to use that Backpage.com to track down and make arrests in human trafficking.
Yeah, and it's much harder now.
Yeah.
Wild.
Well into his 70s, beginning a 5-year sentence.
Yeah.
Morgan, thanks.